Go live. And we are almost. Here we go. One sec. There. Oh, there. And now we're live on the internet with Karl Hinkley.
Awesome.
What's up, man?
Buddy?
I asked first.
I'm doing really good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm glad that this worked out, and I'm stoked that your picture looks so clear right now. Like,
I was nervous about that.
if anybody's been to the Nowear compound in your house, you know that it's very... Service is a difficult challenge there.
Well, it's in the middle of nowhere. What do you expect?
Literally. So with that being said, today we're just here to talk about BMX, and also, before we get super deep into it, and while we're waiting on Karl to unfreeze here, we're just...
I don't know what happened there.
It's okay. We're going to get the quick rundown on Cornhuckit before we start talking about just whatever we feel like talking about.
Okay.
So,
You see me okay?
yeah, you're great.
All right. Cornhuckit, September 24th. This is the 10th annual. This is going to be the biggest one yet. We've got all kinds of cool new stuff going on. We're working on our pump track. I'm sure if for anybody's following, they've been seeing some of the progress and stuff. We will have the majority of it, if not all of it, rideable. So
I have the
really
pictures, if we want to show the
Yep.
pictures. So, the first one is looking back into the bowl corner that I have on the screen right now.
all I see is elephants.
Well, you're not going to see it, but the people who are watching sees it. Then they closer to the bowl corner, which you can see the window that looks into where you're sitting right now.
Correct.
Then from the bowl corner facing outward towards the berm area, the turn, then the berm area itself, followed by from the very back of the bowl corner facing outward. And that's a screenshot, me showing you how to add links to your Instagram stories. Okay, so I showed all the pictures of the pump track. That's what we can expect. Oh, I need to turn my volume down. I'm sorry. See,
I'm going to walk towards my Wi-Fi.
Okay,
There we go. I don't want you to have to deal with that.
there. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry
Is that
about
better?
the audio to this point too. It's fixed now. I mean, it should be better. So,
Okay.
what else do we need to know about Cornhuckit as far as, camping, when to show up, anything like that?
So we're pretty loose about things. We allow people to camp the whole weekend. We allow some people camp a few days ahead of time. As long as you're coordinating with us and we kind of know what's going on, we don't charge anything to camp, stuff like that. It's just the typical, we ask a donation to ride for the weekend. We have a $10 spectator, $20 rider. That's it. It doesn't matter when you come or anything. And then that goes directly to our nonprofit to help the indoor building. So you could come a week ahead of time, still the same thing.
Mhm.
So feel free to bring your tents and stuff and come early if you want to. If you come a few days ahead of time, a lot of guys do, and they help us prep dirt, stuff like that, and kind of be a part of the scene. So it's all about community.
Yep. And what is available for people on site if they need it? Like, is there anything that people need to know? Like, what do we need? What do people need to bring, basically?
So I would say majority of people, please be ready to tent camp. We do have a few people that will come and bring a little pop-up or something like that, and we'll allow them to hook up into electrical, like into our barn or something, and pipe off of
Mhm.
that. We just can't accommodate a lot of people as far as that goes.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple really large campsite areas, like you remember Jason Seeley from
Yeah.
Tough Luck Max? He came and brought his big old camping unit last year, his mobile camping unit, and
Yep.
set up in the back, and that was rad.
Yep.
So we try to accommodate all the campers how we can.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that...
This year is really cool for Camping Brant because both of our farmer neighbors are growing corn this year, and our farmers love us and what we do, so they make a path between the corn. So there'll be like 10-foot corn all around your camping spot. So helps with the wind and everything. It's a really secluded, awesome little area. This
That is
year is
cool.
gonna be awesome.
That is really, really cool. So is there any other info that someone might want to know before heading that way?
Yes. I would say a big thing is if you're going to bring kids that are under 19 and can't legally sign a waiver, make sure they always know that they need to get on our website, download, if they're not going to have their parent with them, download a waiver, get it notarized and signed before coming, just so they don't get stuck here, because we do have insurance things and we got to abide by that. So
that's a really great thought. I've been the kid who showed up at the skate park without the waiver and had to pretend like dude was my older brother. Like, I've been in that situation, and it's not. You are the guy who like knows somebody might be trying to pretend someone's their older brother. So like, don't try and fool people like Karl and I.
I'm sorry, Brant. I don't know why it does that one.
You're fine. We're gonna work through it because it's not for very long, and it does
that sporadically.
I just talk whenever that happens. So a good question. We've got I know him as Hank because he does a great Hank Hill impression. Barry.
Okay.
He asked what pro BMXers are invited this year.
Oh boy. Invited? Well, all of them.
Well, okay, so who's 100% confirmed?
Okay, confirmed. Our exciting one this year is we are flying in our friend Dan Butler, Disabled Dan from the UK. He is the craziest, in my opinion, he's the craziest double flipper I know.
Mm-hmm.
He does the nuttiest flips I've ever seen.
He does them in places it shouldn't be done.
That shouldn't be done, exactly.
So there's him.
Really bring him in. We have the usuals we reach out to all the time, like Matt Berenger is always a really strong maybe, and it's still a really strong maybe with Matt, and 90% of the time, Matt makes an appearance. So
yeah, awesome.
So hopefully we get another Matt, but I'm trying to think at this point. I know our friend Kier has been talking to a lot of people when he's been at Woodward and stuff like that.
He's in the chat right now with Huck.
Yeah, Kier and Huck, great people. But I know he's been talking to a lot of people. You just never know. The word's been spreading about our place more and more every day. So I'm sure we'll end up with some pretty exciting people that we aren't even expecting or I haven't talked to. So
absolutely.
We're expecting the biggest turnout this year that we've ever had, it being the 10th. And, okay, if we're talking pros, Dave Norrie's coming, and Dave Norrie is going to put on a flatland demo on our brand new 40 by 40 permanent flatland pad that we are pouring this Friday.
How sweet.
Yeah, so it'll be a permanent flatland gig. Flatland will always have a home here, and we are going to start hosting jams for flatland right here at the Nowear compound. I suck at flatland, but I'm the biggest admirer.
Yeah. Huck in the chat said Brian Fox and Sabrina say hello. They can't wait to come out.
Yes. Nice.
Exciting. I should just go through a list of everybody we know who's in the chat. Dave Mahoney said he'll be there. Jeff Mead's in here. Jay Parrish.
Dave Mahoney.
Yep.
You met him?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Hank Barry's in the chat. Everybody in the chat. OG BMX Taco Slurpees. Travis Kier. He asked 10 or 11 p.m. arrival Friday night. Okay? Question mark?
Absolutely. 100%.
There will be a lot of people showing up at that time Friday night. Karl's cutting out again, but there will be a lot of people there that time. Right? A lot of people will be there showing up Friday night.
Yes. Yes. I would say over 50% of the people, because a lot of people travel clear across the country and they want to get there, the night before. So we're prepared for that.
Right. Frickin' Pope says they might be here. Not sure who that might be, but
I never expected the Pope to be here, but that would be cool.
I love it. So, I mean, that's a pretty good background on Cornhuckit and everything that you might need to know about the event and what you might want to hear to come out. Do you have the events planned already?
Yeah, mostly, yes. So we decided we're going to do We're going to do the mega wall again.
Yeah.
I was thinking about switching away from it, but everybody said that was so much fun and such an odd thing, having a 30-foot tall wall, that they want to do it again.
Oh, absolutely.
We always do the mini megas because that's kind of the biggest spectator thing. And then this is all because of Mason White. We're doing a trail jam again, and we are going easy with our trails. He has been working nonstop. I'm adding a silly amount of dirt for him to work with, and our trails are going to be tip top.
Awesome.
Yep.
The guy who digs at our John, you met him at the skate park.
Yep, super nice guy.
He might be trying to come out because his girlfriend has family in Omaha.
If we're doing trails, this is the year for John.
Exactly. I'll let him know that too, so that he has even more of a want to come out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cornhuck is happening. I'm gonna be there.
You are gonna be there.
I didn't mention that yet. I'm excited. Victoria's gonna be there too for the first time since 2014.
Hey, and here's a big thing we haven't had in 2 years. The Killigans are going to be here, and if anybody's into Irish punk rock, everybody knows the Killigans, and it's crazy that they're from Nebraska and that they're friends of ours, because it turns out, like, I was talking to Brian Fox, and he's a big Killigans fan, and he had no idea that they're from Nebraska.
That's pretty
I'm like,
awesome.
Yeah, we're buddies with them, and they're playing, and he got super excited.
That's awesome. I hope that, Brian, if you're still listening to this, you should get as many people from out there to head out as you can.
Yes.
So,
and we'll have little pickup back. He's not little anymore. Kid's built twice the size as me anymore. But yeah, Jacob's all excited. He was on the road last year, so Jake will be here, and I'm sure Jake will bring some people to the party. So, and it's awesome having him because we love Jake.
That'll be exciting. Are you doing an indoor? Anything with the indoor other than pump track?
So, the indoor be its thing. I want, we have our mini jams and everything, but what's cool about Cornhuckit, if anybody's listening that has not been to Cornhuckit, is we have like 10, 12 different areas that you can ride. So while a mini jam is going on, if you're just kind of wanting to do your own thing and just ride with your friends or something, we have a giant indoor skate park. We have a 30-foot long handrail. We have other trails. We have world's largest bars. We have spots everywhere that you can ride where there's not something going on. So you never have to feel busy when you're here. You can always feel like you can have a small session.
Yeah, and you're letting the park just be the park?
I'm letting the park just be the park, and also pump track is the same way, the new pump track.
Yeah.
Just go play, have fun, and enjoy it.
Awesome, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you wanna see the other cool announcement that people will get to see at Cornhuckit that you'll get first look before anybody else?
I don't know how I could say no.
All right. Well, we're gonna stand up then, because we used to do interviews and we'd be in my office, and you and I have done the.
Of course, this is when he cuts out. Of course, that's how it goes. He's back.
I figured it out. It's like 5 minutes on the dot. For some reason, it takes a break.
Okay. Well, now we know. Anyways.
I'm not sure what last you heard there, but you've been to my computer desk.
Yep.
Brand recognizes this, but this is in a new place now. We are not in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are in Nowear's new BMX Pro Shop that will be fully open for Cornhuckit and majority stocked and then fully stocked by Christmas. We're going to be a full-on 100% bike shop here in Nebraska.
How awesome, right?
Yeah. So this is not part of the original building. This was a lean-to we put on. This has nothing to do with the nonprofit. Just make sure people know that no nonprofit funds went to this. This is Nowear BMX. This is our thing. This is a separate entity. We paid for this. So, yeah, we're going to have a full bike shop. So,
that's so exciting.
Yeah, you can see Brant that, like, here's our frames hung up all pretty.
Yep.
Go along. And, yeah, so we're pretty excited. We're getting our displays put up. And there's a piece of history there for you. There's a Profile X file.
Nice. I just realized that there's a whole bunch more questions here.
I'll bet.
So, hoping there will be handlebars available for sale. Absolutely.
Let them know. I pick up 50 more sets tomorrow, guys, from the powder coater. Sam's been welding like crazy. We've been prepping material for him.
I've been riding a set of those for a while now, and they're good.
For some reason, I like making all my announcements when I'm talking to Brant.
Hey, that's okay.
A lot of people have been bugging me for the last couple of years. We thought we were going to let the 2-piece just kind of go away and only do 4-piece.
Mm-hmm.
We have 200 sets of 2-piece being built right now. There's a very, very good chance that a bunch of them will be available at Cornhuckit, and we've even added in some new sizes now. So 2-piece and 4-piece will always be a thing now.
How exciting, right?
Yep.
When is it? It's September 24th in the Nowear compound in Nebraska. Literally, you can go in your Google or Apple Maps and type in Nowear BMX or Nowear compound, and it's gonna come up.
We're on Google.
Here, you made it.
We're on Google Maps.
What food truck vendors are coming?
So we have Crave coming, as always. He's kind of the staple. He was here year one, and he's here every year. He's a local farmer, does his own meat and everything. It's farm to table style food, so It's the best burgers. It's awesome. He'll be here again, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and try and get. We had like one of those. I don't remember if it was Kona Ice. I think maybe it was a local Kona Ice.
Something like that.
Fun for the kids. I think we're gonna have them again, and then we'll have our own concession.
Oh, has it been 5 minutes on the dot again? I have no idea if it's...
There was our fun.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we heard what we needed to hear out of that. Dude, you don't have something on like the size scale as the wall, but there's so many things that you have that are new and exciting that it's like almost adds up to be more like larger than the wall. It's pretty cool. It's cool.
I know. It's wild. So since we're talking new, Grant.
Yeah.
This came in today.
Oh boy.
Show you. Oh, yep. This is a 22.
Ooh, there's gonna be a 22.
This is Dave Mahoney's signature frame. It's called the Lucky Charm. So we will offer 22-inch frames in 2023 with Dave Mahoney's name behind them. Yes, I know who you are, Dave. I love you.
He just said yes.
So yeah, we're pretty excited about that. That's been in the works here for a little bit, and I literally just got him in the mail today. So
how exciting!
Seems like the 22 game is not going away. I tried a couple, and they are really fun. So
love it. He says he can't wait to ride it. And Taco Slurpees here says, I want to be like Karl when I grow up. That color is nice. Sick color. 22 with a bunch of hot sweating faces. It's great. Oh, that wasn't 5 minutes.
No.
Anyway, it's fine.
That guy wants to grow up to have a back?
I don't know. Apparently. But...
Tell him thank you much.
You just did.
Yeah.
So.
But, oh yeah.
What?
Anything else? Anything else fun right now that's going through your head?
In regards to what?
I don't know. Hey, I want to go back to the Cornhuckit thing and to anybody that's not been here and make sure. I know I always say this, but I want to make sure it's said. We're very welcoming here. You don't have to be some badass biker that can come here and show off how cool you are. Like we're the type of place that we just want to hang out with everybody. There's no cliques or weirdness here, and I just want to make sure that's expressed enough. If you're a beginner and you can barely double peg and you want to come have the time of your life, come here, because we'll make you feel like a rock star. Everybody's super cool here. We just love bikers of every level and hanging out.
It's like BMX Woodstock.
Yeah, that's what that's actually kind of what was said the first year. I mean, we've got girls that come here that roller derby, that practice for the roller derby. They hang out at the skate park. That's awesome. Like, we welcome everybody.
BMX is just the freaking best, man. We will teach you as well. This is a great point, Dave, and thank you for bringing that up. I don't know if can you hear me when it cuts out still?
No,
okay.
I can't, but it's weird that it just comes right back to that.
It's fine. Dave said we will teach you as well. That's a great point.
Yes, 100%. That's what we do here. I mean, that's the purpose, seeing kids or riders of any level. I mean, we've got a guy that moved here for work that's almost 40 years old, got his first bike at Shields, and he's been coming out religiously the last, couple months just learning how to drop in and everything, and we'll take the time to do that with anyone.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we covered Cornhuckit like really, really well, and if anybody has any more questions, we're not going anywhere yet. I just wanted to make sure that we talked about that first.
See my shirt, Matt?
What?
You see my shirt okay?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. Today's a special day. One of my best friends, who my son is named after, who passed away tragically years ago, today is his 40th birthday. So, want to wish my buddy Jason McGinnis up in the sky a big happy birthday, and hope he's riding the clouds watching us, and hope he's stoked with a smile, getting excited to watch Cornhuckit. So,
heck yeah. You see my shirt?
I do. I love it.
That's
the ringer tee.
It is really. That's like the most ripped off shirt that's ever existed. Oh, gotta love when Karl gets
action. There we go.
Back. At least it only takes like 5 seconds.
It only takes like 5 seconds. Yeah, I just heard you say that shirt has been used a lot. Yes, it has.
So yeah, what else is going on? Anything fun?
Making bike parts, having fun, building ramps. Yeah. Life is good.
Did you watch the new Lip Lords yet?
I have not got a chance to. I saw that a bunch of the old ones were remastered, so I watched a couple of those. I like watching your stuff while I eat breakfast.
Well, the newest Lip Lords is up today.
I used to watch the news in the morning, Brant, and that is not near as much fun as watching your stuff in the morning.
Well, I do news on Fridays, so you could do both.
You do entertaining news. I used to watch national news, and I'd get depressed, and I decided that if I just watch Brant in the morning, it starts my day so much better.
I love it. Yeah, you'll have to watch the new Lip Lords. You're in it.
Oh, cool. I didn't pull much when I came.
You got 2 clips.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty freaking stoked on it. I put more work into editing this one than I have in a long time, and I think it shows. And the titles on it, I think they're the best ones that I've made yet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's super. Well, if you're that proud of it, it's got to be good, because you definitely edited some really cool stuff.
What?
Did you stall out? I see you paused
Nope.
there for a second.
I'm here. I just quit moving for a second.
When I see things. So let's get the old school guys hype. We always do our raffles at Cornhuckit.
Yeah.
This is a Redline 500 side hack. I think there's pictures of it on the BMX Museum. My buddy donated this. This gets raffled off at Cornhuckit. Somebody's going to go home with this. All the proceeds go to the nonprofit.
A how many dollar raffle ticket is going to win that?
Well, if it's anything like the last bicycle I just raffled off, some kid gave me $5 right after some guy bought $100 in tickets, and the kid won with his 1 ticket purchase.
So you could win that side hack with $5.
You could win that side hack for $5.
That sounds like a really good deal.
It is really, really cool.
I didn't know that there was production models of those things.
No, there wasn't. That's custom. A lot of side
okay.
Custom today, but that's a real 80s Redline 500 that was then a custom side hack build.
Oh, okay.
And that's what happened on a lot of those old side hacks. So you basically go home with a one of a kind.
That's pretty freaking sick. I feel like anybody would be stoked about that. Barry Hughes said, "Hey Karl, I'm gonna send you some parts." I don't know what that means, but he can't hear me. I get to repeat that again. Barry Hughes said he's gonna send you some parts.
Barry Hughes should hand deliver them to Cornhuckit. he just got married, and he's one of my oldest friends. And congratulations again, Barry.
And he has the best Hank Hill impression.
He does. And that's who you were talking about when you said Hank Hill. Yes, he does.
Yeah. That's who, like, I see his name and I have to think to remember his actual name. But I see Hank Hill in my head. Like, oh, it's Hank. That's great. Yeah. So, what are we looking at?
Oh, that's a 67 Stingray.
Jeez.
Just showing you some neat stuff while we're in the shop that people can look at when they're here.
Yeah, okay, actually, you know, what we should do is take a look at the stickers on your desk.
Okay, that would be fun.
Yeah, okay. just so people can, like, see them. And
do I flip the
just a couple
camera?
of them.
All right, I'll give you a quick.
Yeah, we don't want all of them.
You're famous. Can you see okay?
Yeah, we don't want to do the whole story because we can have more talks about these later.
That's fine. I'm just kind of giving you a brief up and down then.
Yep. Oh, that fit sticker just brought back. And of course this froze. Sick.
Did you see it before it cut out?
Yes. Tell me your favorite sticker on that whole thing.
Oh, my favorite sticker.
I'm gonna force you to pick one.
Wow.
Good luck.
That's tough.
Good
okay,
luck.
I'm gonna try and look at it quick. I have the very first Cornhuckit. That's cool, but it's not the one.
Not the one.
Wow.
I know.
The one.
I know it's hard.
I'm gonna go. It's not the oldest. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is my favorite, just because. All right, can you see this one here?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's my favorite because it's from Poor Boy Steve.
Yep.
And Poor Boy, my favorite clothing company. As I was traveling as a mid-school kid, I collected as many Poor Boy shirts as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Steve and I are friends, and he makes a lot of our designs for our shirts and our stickers and everything else, I think that one speaks to me the most.
Yeah.
Because it's really cool where BMX can take you. You're definitely in the same position, Grant, where we grew up looking up to guys and everything, and then getting to have a relationship with them later on.
Oh, dude.
What BMX is.
I mean, I have a perfect example of that just from when I was at the wheel mill on Monday. I texted Doyle to see if he wanted to ride, and then he ended up. Oh, he can't hear me. I have to wait to tell my story so Karl can hear me too.
So you said you texted who? Did you say Doyle?
Yeah, I texted Doyle to see if he'd want to ride, and then it didn't end up working out, but he ended up calling me, and we were just like trying to figure it out. And I was like, I remember when Doyle showed up to an indoor park that was 30 minutes away from me when I was a kid, and I was riding with Sponge, and Sponge looks over and he's like, "Is that Chris Doyle?" And I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, I don't even know who that is. And then watching him ride, it was just like, oh man, this is insane. And now, like, we're buddies. So that's a perfect example of just how awesome and what you're talking about with that.
Yeah, that's wild. That's why I love this sport. I don't do other sports. Does that happen? I don't know that, like, I don't know that happens in a lot of this. Definitely not like the big team sports. I don't think.
No,
prevalent. Like it happens in extreme sports.
I think you got to be somebody extremely special to get that same kind of a connection with, like, a famous basketball player or something like that.
Yeah.
Just one of the many reasons.
Yeah, BMX is cool like that. I remember, like, even in our older age now, like, I loved watching
Don't say
Adam.
What the hell?
What the hell?
I said, don't say hour. What the hell?
You're I am.
Yeah, we're all kids. Okay, anyway.
I'm 45. But I remember, like...
Of course. Oh, we're dealing with it. Don't worry. He remembers. You remember what?
Wait for... Okay, so I remember watching Adam Banton all the time, and it was like, huge Adam Banton fan. And I messaged him on Instagram after an edit one time, just telling him how much I liked it. And then we started talking, and on a team trip to Arizona, he's like hit us up, and he took us on a tour everywhere. And Adam and I have been super, super good friends now for the last, 5, 6 years.
It's awesome.
And it all just came off, one quick, hey, I really liked your edit. Very creative, very cool. That's kind of how you and I met.
Yeah.
Same thing, like just a quick reach out, and now we've had to have been friends for 7, 8 years now, or
2013, because
almost 10.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning when I was starting to do Lip Lords, because I sent you, I think, probably the first 2 Lip Lords videos. Then the third one, I was on the orange bike and the slam bars. By the 4th one, I think I had Nowear bars.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
You've had Nowear bars almost as long as I have.
It's crazy. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I started doing candy bars just after, like, we became friends. I don't know if it was like that was why, but I just like started doing them. And then for everyone else who's listening, because Karl's frozen, obviously the handlebars kind of help with the... Oh no, did we actually lose him this time? The handlebars help with candy bars. I'm gonna call him back real quick. We'll try this again. Maybe it'll work better this time. Oh no, did his phone die? Uh-oh. We might have lost him, boys. Oh no. Don't leave. I'm working on it. Well, that ain't good. Karl is unavailable. I was just on the call with him. Oh, well, heck. I'm gonna call him. Gotta love it. His phone probably died.
I don't know what happened there.
Is it not working anymore?
No, it just like said connection lost, and that was it.
Alright, maybe try restarting your phone.
Like what do you mean?
Just turn it off and back on.
Oh, the actual phone?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And then you're gonna buzz in?
Yeah, I mean... Okay, so I'll keep you entertained for a minute. Sorry about the technological difficulties we've had here. Karl is legitimately in the middle of nowhere, and he actually got Wi-Fi ran out to his shop, so we're on that Wi-Fi, and even being Wi-Fi in the middle of nowhere, apparently it's still, a little wishy-washy here and there. That being said, though, I'm going to try and get him on here, and if it doesn't work, well, we'll pick this call up again a couple weeks before Cornhuckit. We're going to do another one, just so we can remind all you fools who are going to forget that you need to come out to Cornhuckit. So, let's try this again. See if you got turned back on by now. Come on, Karl. Not yet. Phone's not turned back on yet. Audio is low. For who? Oh, audio's gonna change when there's not a... Yeah, we'll get it. I just gotta keep trying. I feel like the annoying girlfriend, like, answer your phone. It might just not work, though. And if it doesn't, well, that's okay, too. You're getting footage while you're out there. Yes, I will be there filming the entire event and probably catching interviews with people while I'm there. Maybe if there's somebody cool there, that I think I think people would be interested in a bike check from. I'll do a bike check. Man, what a bummer. Let's try this once more. before I call him and call it. He's back. Must just not want to work. Dawn of the Streets weekend. Alright, this isn't working. I'm going to try something else here. Oops. What are you doing? New FaceTime. We're going to try and FaceTime him. Alright, we're going to try it this way. I can't hear you. This is the I didn't use FaceTime before. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Alright, I'm just gonna... Hello? Nope. Nope. It's not working. I gotta cancel this call. Oh, we tried. Let's try this again. Sorry for the technological difficulties. Yeah, I know. There was no sound there. That evil twin brain was gonna pop up and say he messed up the call. That's funny. No evil twins here. Just not wanting to work. Can I audio call him? Audio? Care about 911 calls. I don't understand what's happening. I'm just gonna call him on the phone. Well,
Try to turn on my computer now. Just trying to sign into Skype on the computer.
oh, okay. That would work.
Skype login.
We're getting it, people. Don't worry. Tell Karl to go out in the cornfield and hold his phone up for better reception. That's
Skype
funny.
login. Return. This site can't be reached. What is the deal with Skype right now?
I don't know. That's weird. And when I try to use FaceTime for this, it's like Apple detects that I'm using like a streaming software, and it won't let you get the audio from it.
Wi-Fi. Can I try Skyping you, or does that not
Try
work?
it. It could work, but we're gonna find out. Solar flare. Yep, it's that daggum solar flare. Not working. What if I quit Skype and started again? Oh, it never fails, people. The technological difficulties are real and they happen. Let's try and give Karl a ring. Not wanting to work. Bummer. They're just trying to make Karl update all this stuff. You might be right. Trying to get him out of the cornfield. Yeah, it's just not working for some reason. It's like his internet blocked Skype. Well, Might have to. What happens when I do that? Nope, I can't hear it. Go back to my phone. Hello?
Oh, I'm not sure. Hear me? There we go.
I can hear you now. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's like something to do with your internet, the service provider, like cutting.
Oh, that's why I'm giving up on the new internet system. I'm walking to the house.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, well, it's almost like.
I have full bars on my Wi-Fi. Is what's weird.
Yeah, it's almost like they're like detecting that you're doing something that uses a lot of internet and shutting it down. Which I don't know why that would be a thing. But...
Okay. Is this better on cellular or Wi-Fi?
I don't know. Whichever one would be the better connection between the two.
Back porch.
We'll make it
Try
happen.
Skyping me.
Okay. Dadgummit. Well, that works.
That work?
Yep, it's your internet.
Okay, cool.
I don't have video yet, but we have audio. We have the meats.
Arby's. Well, what to expect at Cornhuckit?
Your phone not to work. Your phone is not going to work that well. Either way, though, where were we?
I have no idea.
Me either, man. What's going on in your BMX life, like riding wise?
Oh man, I have not been riding at all. I've been so busy trying to build, and between trying to keep parts going, opening our shop, working on preparation for Cornhuckit, and doing shows, I have not got to ride as much as I'd like to.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yeah. 2023 is my year to hit cruise control. The building will be done, and I want to ride more, take more team trips again, and stuff like that.
It's like you say that with faith that you're something that's going to make you extremely busy isn't going to get dropped in your lap.
Team trips will keep me busy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
There's going to be a project that you don't even see coming that you're going to see, and you're going to be like, yep.
No, yeah, stop it.
One day you're going to be like, yeah, Brant, you were right. Which is funny. Right on, though. I'm trying to think.
Hit me with... It's always fun when we talk to tell a story. Hit me with some questions. Let's tell a story.
Ooh. Okay.
Fun.
Give me the funniest Sam Bustle story that you can tell on the internet.
Oh, God. Hold on. That's different. Tell on the internet is different.
I know.
Okay. Oh man, Sam Bustle's done so many things. Okay, one, maybe it's not that funny to other people, but it was super funny to us. Is he's always up for any tough guy challenge. If you question how tough Sam is, he's down. And we were in Arizona, and I remember we always like to mix up the BMX with also like fun nature stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going on this hike to where there's supposed to be these big like hot tub water or hot springs thing.
Okay.
Turned out after like a 10-mile hike of hot sweaty stuff, there was like this little funnel left that
Oh no.
But on the way we kept talking about what cactuses feel like.
Yeah.
And between me and Jacob, we kept talking about not touching a cactus, and then we dared Sam to punch a cactus, and he did.
Oh, Sam, what are you doing, dude?
Immediately regretted it.
Instant regret. I mean, it is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, he won't back down from a challenge, though. I wouldn't want to mess with Sam. He's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy in a good way.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, punching a cactus.
Somebody asked what the most bars you've ever pulled in a tire tap stall is. I know the answer to that one.
Yep. I'll let you answer, Brant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, yes. I want more. I really do. But
That's a challenge.
Yeah. Sam, actually, speaking of Sam, he made me bar ends that weigh like a quarter pound each.
Yeah.
Because I get to the point where in one straight swoop, it won't physically go anymore. So we're trying to get weight on the end so continue to rotate.
Do you need the weight on just one end so it keeps the momentum going, or just both?
That might work good too. I put in the two, and they were so loud and rattly. I took them out right away, and I wasn't in the mindset to film because when I sit down to do that, it usually takes me an hour or two for my body to find the right balance.
Yeah.
To get 3 or more bar spins. And a lot of it's too much time and a lot of luck.
Right.
So.
Right. That's, yeah. Man, I'm trying to think of some other good stories. Okay, so what's the funniest Cornhuckit story that you got that you can tell on the internet?
That I can tell. That's another reason to come to Cornhuckit, because you'll experience stories you don't repeat. It's one of those things that what I like about Cornhuckit is it reminds me of how BMX was pre-camera days. Like, I remember traveling, and I'd bring my big VHS camcorder, and there'd be like maybe 2 of us that had any film other than, you know, a guy from props or something like that.
Yeah.
And nowadays everybody has the footage. Cornhuckit, I don't know what it is about it, but a lot of people put their phones away and really just take in the moments. Maybe it's because Brant's here and they know the real good stuff's going to get captured by Brant, and then they can just experience the rest of it, and then they can watch Brant's highlights later. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
It's tough though, because there's things going on in so many different areas that even I'm not capturing even a fraction of like what goes on outside of the event planned stuff.
Yeah. Man, okay, I got my I think it has to be up there with one of my favorite Cornhuckit stories. This was, I want to say 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 or 4. We had a horrible rain out, but it never stops the fun. And Dave Norrie did multiple things that just killed me at that event. So he comes up, first off, this is my wife's favorite story. Dave Norrie is one of the best flatlanders of all time. Also one of the nicest human beings to ever walk this planet.
True.
And he walks up, head to toe, the only thing you can see are his eyes, covered in mud. And during Cornhuckit, it can be a little rough on my wife because she has hundreds of bikers out here everywhere, and she's letting people shower, and she's doing all this stuff, so it's kind of chaotic, and I feel sorry for her, and she is an absolute saint for what she puts up with. And Dave comes up, covered head to toe in mud, and looks at my wife and goes, "Hey Carrie, mind if I use the shower?" Just ready to walk in the house. And you could see the blank look on her face, and he waited a second. He's like, "I'm just shitting you," and he walks off. He loves that story.
Wow.
But during that same rainstorm, Dave got on a little piece of the front of our garage and did an entire flatland skit in the absolute 100% pouring rain. And how his brakes were working, I don't know. And there's, 50 people in one little spot cheering Dave on as he's doing a flatland skit in a thunderstorm.
There's something special about that guy.
There is.
There really is. On and off the bike, he's just something special.
Last year we get done with Cornhuckit. My wife falls asleep. It's been a really long week prepping and doing the jam. Dave stayed an extra day. He's getting ready for his flight. He puts his bike up on my wife's kitchen table, and he goes, "Hey Karl, I should do a Vander roll off."
And he did.
This is a terrible idea. And he went for it. I don't know that it was so much of a Vander roll, but it was something for sure. And he made it off without breaking anything, and I didn't tell my wife until she saw the video.
Yeah. Dave's such a good dude.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I remember the 2014 Cornhuckit that I went to, I think I was hanging out inside, or, I don't remember what we were doing, but I just remember looking out and right to your right now, seeing somebody on a wheelbarrow on top of the roll-in.
So the first like 4 years, that was kind of the Cornhuckit thing. Is the end of the night, what's the stupidest thing you could take down a roll in? And that second year, Brant, I remember my buddy, who was a skater, shows up with these couple guys who don't ride.
Yeah.
And they see the roll in going down, and they put one of them in a wheelbarrow. And I remember my wife going, "Hey, did he sign a waiver?" Got near, and he runs down, signs a waiver, puts a helmet on, jumps up on the roll in a wheelbarrow, and I don't know why a smaller guy jumped in the wheelbarrow in his lap. That was a horrible idea, because as soon as it went down, it went forward, little guy goes down, 300-pound guy smashes little guy, bottom of the plate.
Yeah. Pretty funny. And then it wasn't the year I was there. I think I just saw video, but the log bike, someone going down the roll-in on the log bike.
Yep, we still have the log bike here if someone wants to try and play with it.
Good luck. Maybe this year you can get...
2-pound bike.
What'd you say?
The 92 bike.
Maybe this year you can get somebody to do something crazy on the tandem too, again.
Yeah, what was the bike? So we were curious if Sam and I built a custom side hack, like you saw that law.
Yeah.
Could two guys flip it? I've not seen that yet.
I feel like I saw that on a TV show.
Maybe. I Googled this and I couldn't find anything.
Nitro Circus, backflipping a side hack. Off of the Nitro Circus. I mean, it's a 44-second clip, but it looks like they might have attempted it. World's first sidecar backflip. What? Why? Rob Dyrdek and Dave Mira hucked the world's first side hack backflip into the foam pit on Fantasy Factory.
I watched that. That's a foam pit. That was cool. I'm thinking we make it happen for real.
Well, let's just see here. There's a side hack jumping.
I think if you put Chucky and Noah, Chuck Covey and Noah Hospodka, I think if we put those two guys together.
Oh. It happened in Nitro Circus.
It did?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You could still do it.
Still do it.
Right. The only thing that worries me about that is the fact that those guys look like they barely made it and they needed a jump that big to do it.
Yeah, we're talking about just fully hucking it on a normal jump.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Weird things happen out here, you know that.
I do know that.
I'm not afraid to build something to accommodate someone.
Right. I mean, there have been so many times where somebody was going to try something and you just like put the work in to make it more possible.
Yeah. Absolutely. That was the one funny story. I remember when Sean Burns was here and he wanted to ride off our barn. He was like, that would be really cool if your barn connected to your shed.
So it did.
So like a week later, I sent him a picture where I took like 2 days and I built this little puzzle piece that brought the two together, and he was like, I wasn't actually serious, but and then Alec Rutherford and Anthony Pirelli played on that for a couple of years, jumping off of it.
Pretty nuts.
Yeah, I went up there and sat up there, and that's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Off that barn, looking down that corrugated steel for 36 feet or whatever it is.
It is not like a normal height roof. Like, you're not riding off just like a house or a business at that point. You're riding off something like serious.
And questionable for the strength the whole way too.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Crazy. Is there any one thing that stands out as like a craziest thing that's ever happened successfully on a bike there at Cornhuckit?
At Cornhuckit?
Yeah.
And I think Chucky doing that double front flip no-hander definitely stands out to me. I think there's only a couple guys that have done that on dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Confident that's not like a big thing a lot of people do by any, and
No.
feels real, just Chucky hucking it, like not on a big nitro ramp, nothing crazy, but just like this launch ramp that we had put up
Yeah.
on our trails.
What's he up to?
Just working a lot, and then he'll be here at Cornhuckit.
Sweet.
Chucky's always here at Cornhuckit.
Yeah.
Always counted a good Chucky show. Always watching him do the flat front flip drop off the semi is always entertaining.
Yeah. It's
And crazy.
never not insane to see someone front flipping off of a flat surface.
I know.
There's only a few people who do it.
Yeah. And what's cool about a lot of the stuff out here is it's not like a built custom, like it's not like you're going to Woodward and here's these perfect, like our stuff is, it's not that it's sketchy, but it has that raw look, where you're jumping off a semi, you know, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, you got last year you had 6-year-old Huck jumping off of that semi all the way to the main landing part.
It was insane.
Like, imagine what he's going to do this year.
The fact that he's only been coming out here for literally a year and how good he is now, it absolutely blows my mind.
It really is incredible.
He was here a year ago and my son was teaching him how to fakie, and now he's like hitting the mega and maybe even the full mega. I'm not sure at Woodward. I just know he's hitting stuff that would scare me.
Yeah.
And he's 7. Just like, all right, this is what I do next.
He's tricking it.
I know.
Just like it's nothing. He dropped in. Oh, I don't know why I keep yawning, but he dropped in off of the wall, wedge to wedge in lot 8.
It's huge.
He dropped in off the top of that thing. Like, what? Are you kidding?
Is that the same one that Joe Nix always nose picks during
Yes.
his? That thing is huge.
Yeah, it is. It's really huge, and there's nothing on the other side.
God. I challenged Joe to 540 nose pick that. I think
That's a bad idea. Because there's no railing, and it's not that wide on top, and a 540 nose can go, like, bad backwards.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep it nose heavy.
I'd just pass on that one.
Remember, like, I think it was Osato used to be able to do, like, he would do those 540 nose picks on handrails during, like, big jam. Like, sub-rails.
Yeah.
Never sense.
Did you see the clip of his that he just posted this week?
Yep.
Pretty sweet.
I'm stoked to see.
I hope that he sees all of the love that's flying his way right now, and it doesn't, like, overwhelm him or anything like that. Because I could see, like, depending on a person's personality and, like, where they're at in just life, like, if somebody just, like, oh, I just want to ride my bike and, like, post a video of it, but the entire BMX world is like, oh my God, God has returned.
So speaking of Osato, maybe you have the answer to this. So there's a whip, you know, that like Mike D does all the time. People watch Mike Danello. He does those hanger whips.
The fry whip?
Where you're not jammed. I'm fairly confident it was Osato and Frymouth were the two that I used to watch do that back in the day. Is the actual name of that trick like fry whip or an Osato whip? Like, I've heard it called after those guys.
I've always called it a fry whip, but that's just because that's what I've heard people call it. I'm not, I mean, we've talked about, like, I'm not the biggest BMX history buff, and I'm not as well read as I should be.
If I ever call it the right name or not. I just know that it's epically crazy. I've never been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Mike does it like it's just a normal whip trick.
Well, he's done it in ways that no one has or ever will replicate.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Yes.
He's
Like just reposted again. We tried refilming it, but we couldn't get it. He does the nose pick boomerang where he comes around and then re-slaps it into the hanger whip on like a 6-foot quarter.
It makes no sense. And so maybe you know this. Like, does he just like not want to like post a lot of stuff online? Like, does he ride a lot? I just don't know.
So what I will say about Mike is probably the most, like, maybe the most talented tech rider I've ever personally known in my life, and also the most relaxed human being. So he just kind of does life to what suits him at the time, and he's been traveling with Disney on Ice for a few years, and not really doing the bike thing. And I don't know, I saw that post the other day, and he said maybe I need to get back to it, and I got super excited because to see some more Mike D action would be
he's the one who sent it to me on the Lip Lords Instagram page. I was like, dude, Mike D's never messaged or talked to me before, but he's sending me the Osato thing. Like, clearly he's excited.
Yeah, he's, oh my god, he's so ridiculously good on a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Good. We filmed his entire frame promo edit in like 4 hours, and he stomped out like 20 tricks that 5 of them were probably NBDs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just that quick and easy. It doesn't make sense.
Well, the front brake Instagram slam is just like the way to just see like this dude. And what makes that really impactful is the fact that you have TJ Henderson and all of the other people who were there who are like the best, who are they're losing their minds while he's doing that. Like, and it's like, if you have someone like TJ Henderson just straight up losing his mind at what someone is doing, then you're gonna like, you understand like it's special.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Speaking of, this is just a side note thing, just to throw a name out there. Dude, Patty Gross has been destroying things like
forever.
Oh god, the last clip I saw him yesterday, he does tail whip, 180, disaster, and then jumps it into a Canadian footy whip.
Oh, he's amazing.
Like, Patty is so good.
He's amazing. I really feel bad for him that park he rides is gonna close.
Yes. And I only rode with him that one time I was there with you at Baco, and he was such a nice guy.
Oh, he's the nicest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen him since Baco, but he texts me on like holidays and says like, I hope you and Victoria.
Phone showing that he's watching you and I right now live. All right, go ahead. Mason White.
Oh, Mason's the best. Mason and Patty are on equal levels of niceness as a person.
I just surprised Mason with his new signature poster today. There'll be 1,000 of them.
Oh, dude, that wall ride, like, good luck anyone else going that high.
I know the picture doesn't do it justice. When you watch Mason in person, you know, Brant.
I've seen him do it. It's like
off a 4-foot quarter, and he's like, "I'm gonna max out by your rafters, and if your rafters weren't there, I'd go higher."
I'll put it this way. I'm the kind of person that I pride myself in how high I can wall ride. And like, I'll hit a wall ride and I want to go as high as I possibly can. I watched Mason do that wall ride and was just like, no way.
So when we do stunt shows, Brant, it's so funny because we'll do this height thing, and I show how high everybody can go, and then stop after everybody, and Mason's coming full speed behind me, and I'll just go, well, that's it, everybody's done their jump, right? And then here comes Mason, like so high above me as I'm just standing there looking at the crowd, and you can see like 100 jaws just go all the way down.
Oh my god.
It just doesn't physically make sense. The only other person I've ever seen just like go higher than you just ever possibly could was Wesley Hark. When I met him, Wesley goes that same just level of, he can go and he pulls, and for some reason there's an extra like 5 or 6 foot that most BMXers don't know exist.
Yeah.
And they end up in it.
That one Tom Dugan concrete skate park boost that he did. That's like, it's the same thing where you just look at it and you know that like people shouldn't be able to go that high.
Like watching Chris Fox or Chris Kyle. Those two guys do that same thing. No sense.
Yeah. I have a theory that like you have to be one of the best at like going high to go too much more than twice like the ramp height over top of the whatever ramp it is. Like you can go above that a little bit, but to go further than that, you got to be one of the best.
And I don't think it's something, I honestly don't think it's something you just learn. Like I think it's there's some natural ability that makes no sense to do that.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one picture of Dugan just because it's so insane, and it's the one I know. And that
Apple juice. Good for you.
Are you lying?
No, that's apple juice.
Apple juice is really good. Oh, here it is.
A very healthy individual, or at least I tried.
Yeah, you are. All right, well, this is a tiny version of it. But you can, this is the level of the ramp.
Remember, I'm still just seeing elephants.
I know.
So I'm just trusting you.
I'll just put it this way. This wedge ramp thingy that he's jumping at this point, it's probably a good 8 feet tall. He's at least 10 or 11 feet above the top of the flat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of people coming to Cornhuckit, we're 95% that we're going to have somebody that's never been here before, Mr. John Courts.
Yes.
Frame order and bring a couple team guys, and I am beyond stoked to have John here at the place. As
much as I want you to have to meet him in Ohio again, I'm stoked that he'll be there.
I know. It's that has been a relationship that I can't explain how meant to be that relationship was. Like he is an epic human being.
Or how needed.
Exactly. Like I'm getting the best quality I could ever get for American built frames to hire someone, and just like the best human being as well. Like it's awesome, man. The relationship with that guy has been epic so far.
Yeah. So Stoney wants to know how you don't age.
Hi. Stoney, I'm wearing my special Tough Luck BMX cap because I don't want to show you how balding the mohawk is right now.
But then Dustin Reese said he doesn't have time to age.
Thank you, Dustin.
Then somebody else, Chief, said, no way he's 40.
45.
Then Jay Parrish said, it's the apple juice. Makes you poo out all the bad stuff.
Oh, Dustin, I can't wait to see you. You see his girls making more special hand-knitted Cornhuckit special stuffed animal corn cobs. I love those.
The BMX buddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, you guys got a lot of cool people in that area. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, one day, whenever I have millions of dollars, I'm gonna just buy you guys all houses in Ohio, so that you have to come hang out with me.
Oh man, I can't move the compound.
Well, you can have a second house.
Yeah, I'm here for life, man. I bought this place with the intentions of being here my entire life. Yeah. And then if anything ever happens to me, Cody Dixon promised that he will move down here and take over the place so that the dream does not ever stop.
Awesome.
Kids need a free place to go, so.
Even if it's in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska.
It is. You know what? A lot has come out of Nebraska. We've had one of the best racers ever in history, Greg Grubbs. We had Chris Wright come out of here, who was in the very first King of Dirt. We've had Jeff Cadger, who rides for BSD. Tony Hillhouse was one of the best vert riders of all time. Frank Stewart,
Who?
Frank's like a tech god.
What a name.
Yes.
Frank Stewart is the tech god that people need to know about.
Yes. JP Fallon and Rob Richards were pro racers that came out here. There's a lot of crazy stuff that came out of Nebraska. It's just maybe.
I think every state needs to have at least one person who makes a list of all of the people who have come from that state.
That's a cool idea.
I did that with early 2000s BMX on Instagram.
You guys would have a stack in Ohio.
We did it. We did a live stream where we did a list of all of the pros and like notable riders who've ever come from Ohio, and it was like a huge long list.
Was Bob Mead on there? And the 95 he's done that nobody else has ever done?
I'm sure he was. There was so many people that I can't remember. That like became a thing after that though, because people for whatever reason like to give me a lot of shit. They're like, "Am I on the list, Brett? Did I make the list?" And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I just made a list of all the cool people who come from Ohio. Like,
you took on a responsibility.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't realize that I just became the authority on who's who. Like, jeez. If I move
Cornhuckit story, because we like you're bringing this up. So as they come up, Cornhuckit very first year, Sam Schulte, owner of Tree Bicycle Company, was crashing at my house, and he slept in my son's Lightning McQueen bed, and he told me that he wanted to sleep there because he wanted to get to sleep really fast. I thought that was pretty good.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny. Stoney said, "If I move there, I'm paving your road."
Which is that Stoney OFG Stoney?
Yes.
Dude, I hope he's coming this year. I have missed him.
Hey, Stoney, go to Cornhuckit.
Please come to Cornhuckit. The OFG presence is needed. I know Dustin brings it, but you are OFG.
Right?
Yeah.
Chris Bikes, what's up, dude? I'll be on Rocket League in like 20 minutes.
I'm turning on my light there, bud.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. BMX, it's the best thing in the world.
Yep. Good.
Can you believe, actually, you know what? Check this out. Can I do this? Do you remember if you messaged me? No. I'm gonna find out the first time we ever talked before.
I met you, I believe.
I can't remember.
I always reach out to people that I think, the majority of the time I reach out to people that I think are, like, have something really unique. At least newer riders, or maybe not newer riders, but people that, obviously there's a lot of big name guys that do stuff, but like maybe some people that haven't got their name out yet, and I see something really cool, I always try to reach out to them. And I remember watching you in the beginning, and I was like, holy shit, like, this dude's doing some cool stuff that is very creative. He's not afraid to be him. It was very special. And then I'll never forget, you said, your seat stand 540 guy. And that's what you remembered about me, how you knew who I was, is because I
in that video.
And 540s.
That video that you put out right around that time. It was November 19th, 2013.
Yeah, I had to duct tape my seat because my foot would slip off the seat. I also ride a tall seat, so it was really hard to get my foot to grip.
Yeah. So we have official confirmation publicly in a verbal agreement that Stoney Old Fat Guy BMX will, he says, I totally will be there as of now. Could change depending on mom, but I'm in. You are now verbally binded to this contract, and if you break it, I will sue you.
OFG stand for officially frickin' going. Is that what that is?
I think it might be, of course, gonna be there.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah.
So, Carl, we're gonna do this again a
Okay.
couple weeks before Cornhuckit.
Yep.
Week, 2 weeks
Yep.
before, sometime, somewhere in there.
I'm gonna work on the pump track for a few days. I will post a bunch of clips of what we're doing, and then we go perform at our state fair for a couple weeks, and then we're back for 2 weeks of kicking ass on this place for Cornhuckit.
Yeah.
I'll put dates all the time, and you and I will reconvene, talk about the jam that nobody wants to.
And for anybody who's wondering at all at this point, if you haven't seen already or you don't know how to find stuff, Karl's posting in his stories on Instagram. He's making posts on Instagram. He's also posting on Facebook, and it's all Nowear BMX. Very easy to find.
Yes, and something we didn't mention, Brant. I hear a lot of people talk about being far away. Epley Airfield in Omaha is the cheaper place to fly into. Just message me. I don't care if I don't know you. Just say, hey, I want to fly into Cornhuckit. I can fly in around this time. Could you pick me up? 99% chance I will, because we've picked everyone up ever.
Someone will be able to.
It does not matter. Like, if you're wanting to come to Cornhuckit, we will make sure you have a ride.
Somebody will pick you up.
Yes.
You might not know them, but they'll
Muscle. When Matt Beringer flew in, Sam and Matt didn't know each other. Sam went and picked Matt up, and they went back to Sam's house and looked at all Sam's fish aquariums. It was awesome.
Sorry, Karl, we got sidetracked by my aquariums.
Matt got to my house and he goes, I just stopped at Sam's house and looked at all his fish for an hour. It was awesome.
That was a really good Matt Beringer impression.
Matt Beringer is my hero.
I think he was like my favorite person at Cornhuckit last year because he was just stoked. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. He was just stoked to exist and be there.
He literally captures why I love the sport. Like, him as a human being on a bike, he captures everything as to why BMX has the magnitude it does. You know what
fair.
I mean? It really is. Like, I don't know, man. If you couldn't ever meet someone that said they met Matt Beringer and they're like, man, that guy was a dick. That does not exist.
Right.
It does not exist. Matt Beringer is the man.
He is the man. So we have to tell Dustin that he has to share driving with Sandy. So that's publicly bound by word.
Yes. Don't make her drive the whole way. You got to share it.
She wants to drive, is what.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know how to do that because I'm that guy that drives the whole trip everywhere we go, and I can imagine he might be that guy too.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah,
He gave me my first tattoo at Cornhuckit.
Scuba Steve. I know who's on there.
Yep. That's funny.
Yes, Matt Beringer did.
Oh, well, Karl, I'm going to let you get back inside and get to work or whatever you got to do. And we're going to do this again a couple weeks before Cornhuckit, which is literally almost a month away.
That's scaring me. Thank
you. Sorry. I had regret as I said it.
You rule, Brant. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you again, man. That it is going to be a good time. You
realize we have to see each other between September and December so we can make it 3 times a year and make that tradition now.
I know. We're trying to make it more consistent.
I'm getting...
You came last winter, and we might have to come up with a special film project where I'll help you get here, and maybe when the... Nope, I got ideas, and I'm not going to talk. So, there we go.
Secrets. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Follow Nowear BMX. I need to hear this secret. Bye. Okay.